Today we're going to talk about the Spiritus System's Fanny sack, and while this has a lot of great design features, I honestly think it's not for everybody, so let's talk about it in today's review. What's up, Airsofters? My name is Lane and welcome to the BB Warrior. Now, Spiritus Systems is known for their great designs, incredible quality as well because it's made here in America, and one of the products that they came out with about 4 or 5 years ago now is the Fanny sack. And it's seen some improvements over the years, but it's still the same general design, and that is to give you an option to have something below your plate carrier, below your chest rig, but not have it attached to the rig itself, or to be able to just wear it solo. So this all started out with the original sack pouch, the sub-abdominal carry kit, and this velcros onto either chest rig setups like their Thing 2, onto a plate carrier, whatever it may be, and gives you some space below the plate, below the chest rig, to hold stuff in a spot that's nice and easy to access because it's right in the center, it's easy to see, even with pouches on here. So they came out with a product that is the exact same thing, but can be worn by itself. It has a 1-inch nylon strap around it with an ITW buckle that allows you to just wear this like a normal fanny pack. And that's good because it gives you some things that the traditional sack doesn't have, but at the same time, by staying with the sack design, it kind of limits itself as well. So one of the big things that people are going to ask about this is, well, what can you carry in it? If you've never seen a Spiritus System sack or the Fanny sack in person, let's go over what I typically keep in here. And I generally try to keep this as lightweight as possible. We'll talk about that more in a minute. But having this filled to capacity, what I have in here is my car keys, my wallet, a iPhone 12 Pro Max, so you can hold some pretty large phones in here. And just to fill it out, I also have a flask in there as well. And that is everything that I have in the main compartment that is really filling it to the brim. There is a little pouch on the front. However, the more you fill this up, the less space you have internally. So in here, I just have a boo-boo kit with some aspirin, some Band-Aids, a little bit of hand sanitizer, and some chapstick. And that's really all I like to keep in here. On the sides, you do have some half webbing pieces, which I do have a D-ring on to hold my shooting gloves if I'm using this at an airsoft game. On the other side, I just leave blank because I don't want too much stuff kind of flopping around. But this does not hold a lot, and that's the idea, is that you want something kind of small to just hold the essentials, but I get that not everybody is looking for that. That's why I think that you're either going to really love this or you're going to kind of hate it. The other thing with the Fanny sack is if you load it up too much, because it is just a 1-inch strap running around and there's not a ton of support, there's no padding like a lot of other fanny packs out there, this is going to get uncomfortable pretty quickly. It kind of flops around even when you tighten it down because there's just not a lot of material connecting the bag to the strap, so it'll move like this. It can just kind of like bounce around. What I do like about this over the traditional, sub-abdominal carry kit that they have, the other ones that mount to a plate carrier or a chest rig, is because it's on a strap, you can rotate it, which I really like because when I'm laying down in the prone, it means that I'm not laying on this and I can access what's inside of there. Because I try to keep this as lightweight as possible when I'm on the airsoft field, this is either holding the stuff that I never need to access, again, phone, wallet, keys, or it'll have really light stuff like either snacks, frag grenades, whatever it may be. Because again, if you weigh this down, it is going to move a lot, it's going to make noise, and it's just not the most comfortable thing in the world. So by having the strap, being able to put it to the side when I'm laying down, I can still access it, which is really nice. But we'll talk about the overall design and kind of some of the features that you get in here that you wouldn't get from your normal fanny pack. Now these come in a variety of colors. I got black because if I wanted to wear this out in public, I feel like I use this a lot for like running. If I'm hiking, I'll keep stuff in here. I didn't want to look like a goober who might have a gun in here, so I chose black, but it comes in like all of the multicam offerings. I think everything that Spiritus offers for a camouflage, you can get this in. But taking a look at the design on the inside, it is Velcro lined, which is nice because you can put some organizational tools in there. Spiritus System sells them, but if you have any of the male-sided Velcro stuff, you can buy it from LBX. A lot of different companies use very similar inserts for their pouches. It's going to work in here. It is just Velcro. On the bottom, there is 2 grommets, which allow you to take the pieces of shock cord that are on the inside route them through there, if I can do that right now. And when you have them both routed through, it kind of gives you a little point to hang stuff off of the bottom. Most people use that to hold a tourniquet on the bottom, like I have on this one. But that's admittedly not my favorite for airsoft, because if you're at a game that uses ace bandages, they really don't stay in there very well. And if you're using Milsim West tourniquets, they're kind of a pain to reset after you've been tourniqueted, especially if this is full of stuff. So what I'll primarily do is I'll keep the loop on the inside and use that as a tie down for car keys, things like that. Stuff that I just definitely don't want to lose, because it is just a piece of bungee in there with a little clip to kind of strain it down, lock things down if you need to, and tighten things up. But overall, I think the fanny sack is something that you're going to buy if you get the idea and it's going to work for you in that way. If you're trying to get something to just load up, have a ton of stuff, increase your carrying capacity by a lot, I think there's other better options out there. If you're looking for something tactical, Eagle Industries has a huge fanny pack that's really going to fit the bill for you. Otherwise, Patagonia, there's just a ton of brands out in the civilian world for fanny packs that are going to be better than this. The other thing I will say, we are using this in the aspect of airsoft, and I know a lot of people are going to ask, well, can you carry a firearm in this? Spiritus Systems advertises that you can carry a Glock 19 in here. However, the thing that I've noticed, it's the original Glock 19. It's not the G19X. And as soon as you start putting things on there, like extended base plates, flashlights, RMRs, this gets real tight, real fast if you're using it in that application. But overall, I like this because I don't carry a lot in it. I feel like most of the times when I use this, I have all my stuff in it in the car when I'm going to the airsoft field, and I hate to say it, but I treat it like a purse basically. So, maybe women are onto something with purses, but that's mainly what I use this for. If you don't want to carry a lot, I think it'll be right for you, but if you want to carry a ton of stuff in your fanny pack, I just think that there's better options out there. But that's going to do it for today's review of the Spiritus Systems fanny sack. I hope that you enjoyed. Again, I really like this. The workmanship, the design features from Spiritus are fantastic. This is just designed to do a very specific purpose, and if you're looking to get outside of that, I just think that there are better options out there. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.